Now on page 17, exercise 1, do you remember? This exercise, if you remember our previous session, the vocabulary that we studied before, I need you to complete the sentences using the words and phrases from the box. Let's remember together these vocabulary once again. Chemicals, harvest, local residence, natural fertilizer, plant, railway line. The first one, chemicals. Chemicals, it means that using substances or using some materials which they are not natural. Harvest, after we plant trees, vegetables, fruits, whatever the plant, once they ripe means once they finally become full and complete, we go and we take them from the ground. We call this harvest. Local residents, people who are from the area, like for example, in Egypt, Egyptians, we, you, we are the local residents. Natural fertilizer, using some materials, but all of them are natural to help us to grow our plants. Plant, the plant itself, the green thing like trees, we call this also plant. Railway line, which is the road of trains. Now I need you to look at the word box here and then look at the sentences and write the correct words in their gaps. Take your time, then we're going to check the answers together. Okay, complete your answers with me and check what you have already answered. Number 1, early spring is the best season to seeds in the ground. So early spring is the best season to plant. Great job. On number 2, you can use old coffee as a for plants in your garden. Old coffee, I can use it as what? Natural fertilizer, perfect answer. On number 3, there is a what near my house, but there are not any trains using it now. Railway line. So there is a railway line near my house, but no trains are using it. On number 4, I prefer to eat fruit that is natural and organic with no chemicals. Awesome. The Nile Delta has very fertile farming areas, and the people rise there every year. So, what do? Harvest. They harvest rice. The last one, the people who work in the community garden are all people who work in the community garden. They are all what? Local residents. Perfect, great job. You remember well our last session. Awesome. Now, in exercise 2, circle the correct answer. You will read the sentences first and then choose the correct answer in each one. Let's read them together, all of them first, and then we can answer. We rarely or often see my aunt and uncle. They live in Australia now. We usually or we never go to Sharm el-Sheikh for our holidays. We all love the sea. My mom usually cooks meat but once a week we have fish. 4. You never or you sometimes play video games with me. Don't you like them? 5. How often, however, does your teacher give you homework? 6. We often, we never go to Alexandria in the winter. It's too cold, and I don't like cold weather. Have few moments to think about the answers. Now we may check them together. Number 1, yes, we rarely see my aunt and uncle because they live in Australia. Number 2, we usually go to Sharm el-Sheikh for our holidays. We all love the sea. Number 3, my mom also usually. Why not always? Because once a week we have fish. So yeah, we cook meat a lot, but once a week we have fish. It is not always. Number 4, you never or you sometimes. You never play games. You never play video games with me. What is my evidence to choose never? Don't you like them? Don't you like them? Number 5, how often? Perfect. You remember in our last session we said how often equal how many times I do the action. So how many times does your teacher give your homework? How often does your teacher give you homework? 6, we never go to Alexandria. It's too cold and I hate cold weather. Never. We never go to Alexandria in the winter. Perfect. Super, all of you.
تقدر تتابع كل دروسك على تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا، المستقبل يبدأ الآن.